don't have food. Streaming's not gonna
These guys are abusing my power.
Wait, what power?
You have the power of the running power.
Bro, you should have seen him when he came. He was like dying on the ground.
These guys are using my pain for a MathSoc video.
Do not do it that way. He's just putting
I didn't get it, it's leftover.
Wait, left over? Oh, and it's not even open. No, it's open.
Leftover from what?
The executive.
Wait.
Yeah, like, might as well finish it, right?
Now.
Yeah, you're gonna be bright red on camera. You're gonna match yourself.
Did you specify like what might be late?
No, I can't do that.
Sorry.
I said we'll start
Bro,
shooting.
imagine you're presenting.
Okay, yeah.
It's non-alcoholic.
That's alcohol. That's not alcohol.
Yeah, keep that shit away from Thomas, man. Do not kick out the Thomas.
Just shook it.
What the? You drink my water.
Wait, let me test your skills. What does it say?
You need to select anything first and send to the projector and they'll turn it on.
It's just my mother's mouth. It's like if I show you a sign in English, can you read it?
Huh?
Can you read
Go
that?
to the laptop,
Can you read it?
select the projector.
Totally dictator.
Leo Mbappe. That's tough. Wait, you're always saying something.
Guys, I'm being clown.
They don't have the USB-C here. Because they should have the USB-C cable directly. So you can charge your laptop as well. Maybe this one. You can directly plug in here. So you don't need to. So you select module ports, USB-C laptop.
Oh, that's smart. Oh, I see. Please, it's gone. Oh, that's
Or is it Mac?
It's streaming on YouTube.
Are you guys doing anything?
So entire screen, start mirroring.
Oh shit,
You two are the only.
If you're playing
we're the
something,
only
might not display on the
Oh.
screen like.
Ahmed's
Oh, we're just going through like a document. You should
Okay, then
Okay, last year I didn't
I'll
go.
leave it
This
for
year
you.
I'm just gonna go because.
All good?
Yep. Thank you so much. Guys, when that's done.
Oh, I found the DJ. Get out into music.
presentation.
Okay. Wait, I accidentally deleted the YouTube tab.
No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
No. If you just do Control Shift T,
Control Shift.
like you mean on the, yeah. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay.
Because the source is still there in OBS. If you close OBS, then I think it will stop.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, we can.
Oh,
Okay, we can get started.
Also, ensure that one of you has like a separate tab for YouTube to ensure like everything's working, including audio, the actual.
Yeah, can someone check it?
Okay.
Can someone open it on YouTube now? Are you gonna come in as well? Just stay here. I don't want to be alone. Like,
If everyone could just scan the QR code for
I don't need
attendance.
this now, so I'll just make it full screen. Because then we can go back and forth like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Okay. Is it all good?
I mean, you can start.
No, but like I'm checking with YouTube. Is it like, can you like see up my nostrils?
Yeah.
Oh my
Say that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Has everyone scanned this QR code? Alright, yeah. Okay, I think I'll just get started. So, welcome to the LaTeX workshop. We'll just like go over how to use it, and yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, I reckon all of you are here today because you just want to know how to use it for like your assignments. So today we'll just show you like how to like start one and then like write maths with it, and by the end of this, hopefully you have like an example LaTeX document that you've written yourself. So yeah, that's kind of like the layout of what we'll be going through. So just like what it is, the anatomy of a document, and how to like write everything. So that includes like all your discrete maths, calculus, linear algebra, and images. So yeah, you pronounce it as LaTeX, and it's just like a markup language where a lot of people in like academia use it. And to like make the document structure and stuff, you use code, and I guess by the end of it, like it'll look quite nice. And yeah, so it just makes all your mathematical expressions a lot cleaner rather than just like writing it out on paper or so. And yeah, just like look professional as well. Sorry? Oh. Never mind. It's working there. It's working. Is it because it's like different window?
I think it might be.
There should be screen recording now.
Yeah.
I can just stretch it out. Or is it just frozen altogether?
The thing is frozen because if you have a look, right,
It's still like the QR code. It's like before we even started.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, no, it's playing now.
No. It's like the image is fine, but like the because this thing ain't moving. This whole
Because that's before you started it. It's still playing footage before you even started.
yeah. Like this is like this is just broken. So we'll remove this. This is so hard to use. Screen capture.
This is great.
Does CSC have this one?
No.
I assume not.
No. Because actually, I don't know. Because last time we didn't stream it.
Oh, that's
Or we're planning on maybe streaming it this time.
Thank you. I think it should be good.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But can I make this bigger?
Yeah.
Can I stretch it out?
Yeah, you can do that. Or just like yeah.
Can I make it full screen? But then it's gonna. Okay. Okay. And so yeah, just like sorry for the tech issues, we'll carry on. So like the ways that you can, I guess, how to start your document is that you first need like a tech distributor or compiler. And so the one that most people use is just the Overleaf one, and it's like online, has like all the cloud backup, and you just need like an internet connection to use it, and all the packages are like installed, so that's like a good thing not to worry about. Another one that you might have not heard about, well, you know what Notion is, it's just like your free note taker, but probably not many people know that it also supports the text syntax. And so it's like, in nature, it's quite similar to like Overleaf, but it uses like a lightweight version of tech called KTech. And then you also have like your MikTeX, Text Studio, and ProText options. And so those are like pretty useful if you like want to edit offline, but I doubt you're doing many of your assignments offline. So, and plus like you have to store all your packages locally, so it might not be as great of an option. And then finally you also have VS, so Visual Studio, and it also supports the text syntax, but I feel like that's more better of an option if you're like already familiar with how to use VS Code, so like if you're like a comp sci student, but I recommend using Overleaf the most. And so now we'll go through like the anatomy of a document. And so how all of your documents will go is by first declaring like the document class, where you can, I guess, just declare like what kind of document you want, and then like in the preamble you can put in like all your packages and macros, and then you'll just have like the beginning of your document and the end of your document. And so like in between those you just put all like your rendered text in the body. And so like some of the things you can do in the preamble is just like, obviously like you can declare like your document class, so like it's like an article and your 10 PT, and then you can also upload like some of your packages, so like if you want to use like graphics and so on. And then inside like you can also just like put your title, so for example like the one that I have on the screen, and you can also put today's date and your author, so that would be like you, hopefully. Some more advanced things to do in the preamble, you can like put in like packages to like declare your margins and like the kind of geometry you want to do, and you can also like declare like math operators and so on. So yeah, just like you can always just do your research and just like figure out what kind of packages and other cool things you want to do with LaTeX. And so now like in the body, which what I showed you before, you can have like different sections. So for example, if we like try to write about question 1, we can have like section, and that can be like question 1. And then you can have like your subsections. So like let's say you have like parts A and B to your question 1, you can do like your subsections. And then let's say like your 1B question was also parted, so you can do subsections, so you can have like question 1B case 1, and then case 2 and so on. So you can just keep doing subsections of each other, which is pretty neat as well. And then you have like your environments. So we'll go through these in like a deeper level later, but like you can have like your alignment options. And so based on how you align your code inside like the LaTeX environment, it will be displayed differently. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to like align it towards the middle or to like the right or left. And you also have P matrix, and here you can just, many other environments can exist in there as well. But we'll go through all that in a bit. And yeah, now we're gonna move on to like how to actually write math, now that you know like the basic structure of a document. And yeah, they're more so for like your first year math courses, but obviously you can go beyond that and explore further if you need to. And obviously if you're not sure, like if you're like stuck on like how to write some code or something, you can use a thing called detexify, and that'll like let you, like it'll give you like any symbol you can draw in LaTeX. You can also just Google it, probably the most simple option, or you can just look through like the previous MathSoc workshops, and from there like maybe it will give you some hints. But yeah, now we'll move on to like a worked example for sets and functions.
I'll take over from now. So, wait, where's the?
It's on the upload.
Wait, how to go back?
Above where?
Go back to the previous one.
File.
Yeah.
Mm,
I opened a new file.
oh,
Yeah.
main tab.
Okay. So let's move on to our. Yeah, let's move on to the work solutions. So for this one, before actually writing this, we have to talk what's the difference between like writing it in like normal font compared to like math fonts, right? Because if we just write it in normal font, say this one, right? We would say A equals to say the set of alpha underscore 1. You'll see that there'll be an error. There'll be an error coming out, right? If we want to write in math notation, we have to include it in like we have to tell the compiler that this should be in math font. What we do to represent that is with a $sign on each side, right? Now, if we recompile, we can see that it will come out as math font. But say if I want to write this thing inside of the math thing, right? Cardinality of a power set. You'll see that it will come out as really janky math stuff. So we have to put what we want to write in normal font outside of the $sign, and we want to put what we want as a math font inside the $sign. Okay, so let's write this theorem, right? So you can say that this theorem part is using a bold font instead of the normal font. How we do that is we just say bold theorem colon. Then we say cardinality of the power set. Cardinality of the power set. Right. If we recompile this, you'll see that what is happening? Oh, text bold font. Text bold font. Right. You'll see that it'll come out as that. Right. If we want a new line, there's two ways we can do this. We can either start a new paragraph or go to the next line. If we want to start a new paragraph, we'll use the /par for a new paragraph, right? And then if we write the next line, which is suppose A is a set such that this. If we look at this, you'll see that this is a new paragraph. But if we use the double backslash instead, it will look like this, right? We can use either for a new line, but it is recommended that use double slash for a new line and then use /par for a new paragraph. Okay. Now the next part will be writing the math part. There's multiple ways we can align it so that it's like showing in the middle with a big thing. One way to do this is with $, right? If we write this as this, A equals to curly brackets alpha underscore 1, comma alpha underscore 2, comma slash dots, comma slash alpha underscore n. Right. If we recompile this, you can see that it is in the middle. Wait. You'll have to use / to show that you want the curly brackets to show, because curly brackets also represent you want this function to have this output, right? So you have to use the / curly brackets for this. Okay, now it's shown like this. And then we can then write the last part when n in f. Yeah?
What's the significance of the double dollar?
Okay, so the significance of the double dollar is so that we can align it in the middle instead of putting it at the very as like part of the normal text, right? So see if we get rid of the double dollar sign. Oh, I have to first get rid of this. Right? Yeah, if we get rid of the double dollar sign, the math text that we wanted is no longer aligned in the middle, right? Because a lot of the times, if we put like all of the math notations inside of the paragraph, it will look really annoying to read. Okay. Let us continue. Right. So if we look at this, it will say n as an element of the natural numbers. How we write this is use the dollar sign, n, and then / in, right? So for the / in is to represent the inner element of. And then we can use this thing to call on the natural number symbol, right? When this is in this, then we can say the absolute of / Pascal P of A equals to 2 to the n. Okay. Right. If we take a closer look, to write the p, you have to use this function, mathcal p, and then brackets a equals to 2 to the power of n. So for the powers and like multiplication, you can just use the normal one, which is either like an asterisk for multiplication and the up arrow for the power. If we compile, you'll see that will look like this. Another really big thing is don't forget your punctuation, because they will mark for punctuation as well. Right. That will be a work solution 1. Okay, let's look at the next practice problem. Right. Suppose this is true, then if we want to write that, how we can do is let's start a new line. So part. Yeah. In the code, if you go to a new line, it wouldn't reflect on when you compile it. When you want to go to a new line, you have to use the /par or doubles / for new line. Okay. So let's write the thing. Suppose A equals to 1, 2, 8. Right. 5, 6 dots 12. Then a cap B equals to this. Yeah. Right. So the main thing here is make sure that when you want to write in math notation, you have to use the dollar sign, which is like here, right? Because the set A is also in it, so you have to put that in the dollar sign as well. And then another thing is this intersection symbol is /cap, right? Yeah. Also, punctuation is very important. Right. Next exercise, suppose that x is in Q and y is in R, such that this is not true, then such that y is not in Q, then this is not in Q. Right? How we can write this is like this. Suppose that, because now we're using like math notation, we have to use the $ in. Right? Notice the Q is in the same font as the real numbers. We would use the same function, which is math BV of Q. Right? And y is in slash math of R. Right? Suppose that this is true, such that y not in Q. Okay, so this is another thing. So not can be put in like can be put in the relations, and it will turn into the not of the relation, right? In this case, it's not in Q. It will look like this. We can also say it's not equal to, right? It will also come out as like this to recompile, not equal to Q, right? Which is not what we want here, but we want not in Q. Not in Q. Okay. Then x plus y not in Q. Right. Oops. Don't forget punctuation. Yeah. Which will look like this. Alright? Okay. Cool. Right. Now that is the discrete math part. Let's move on to calculus. Okay. So this one, I attended the 2023 UNSW Integration Bee. I gave up when I saw this integral. Okay. How we can do this? Let's start a new line. All right. First, we'll write the words. I attended the 2023 UNSW Integration Bee. I gave up when I saw this. Right. Another way you can put this in the middle instead of using the double $ is using the begin align and end align function. So if we do slash begin align, if we end align, look like this. We can write whatever we want in here, right? So how we write this? We want the limit and then the sum, right? So how we write the limit is using slash lim as the limit function. And then for whatever we want underneath the limit, we would put an underscore and then a curly brackets and then put whatever we want inside of, like below the limit inside this curly bracket. In this case, we want from a to infinity. Right? How we will write this is a, right arrow, like this, and then infinity, which is infinity, like this. Okay. All right. And then next part we want the sum, right? How we write the sum is just slash / sum. Right. For whatever we want to put on top, we use the up cap. Right. In this case is a. And then for whatever we want to put below the sum, we'll put an underscore. This case is x equals to 1. Right. If we recompile, we'll see that this is what we get. Right. Notice that there is a number 1 at the end. Don't want this one. when you don't want this one, you put an asterisk behind the align. This gets rid of all the numbers and stuff. Right. You see here, if I put the asterisk, it gets rid of the number at the end. Okay. Next part is we want to write the integral. For the integral, we will use the /int, which is just what we have here. And then we want the cot function, a cot inverse function. Right. For the cot inverse function, we can't just straight up write cot and then do to the power of -1. Because if we straight up write cot, it will come as the italicized italicized font, which is not what we want. If we look here, it will look like this. Right. Integral of cot. But we don't. If we look at here, it's not italicized. What we have to do is do a / cot. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Yeah, / cot. It will look like that. And then to the power of -1. Right. Yeah, it will look something like this. Right. Another thing, if you look at the brackets here, it's a big bracket, not a small bracket. If we just put brackets, it would look something like this. So brackets, fraction. Right. So the two fractions, the first part would be what's on the numerator, and the second part is what will be on the denominator. Right. So the numerator, will we have 1 minus x squared plus x to the 4 divided by 2 times x. Right. Dx. Okay. If you take a look here, the bracket is quite small here, which is not what we want compared to this, right? So instead of using this bracket, we'll have to use this, which is left bracket and / right bracket, like that. It will become a big bracket. So this part, it will come out as a bigger bracket, which will encompass your whole fraction. Okay. Okay. Next one. So if we have, say, a definite integral from 0 to pi, what we would write would be like this. Right. So /int. And then we'll do underscore for what we put from the bottom one, and then the caps for what we want to put on top. So in this case, we have 0 to pi. So we have underscore 0, and then power of pi, which would be / just pi. Right? Don't forget to use your $sign. I'll just use this one to put it in the middle. Right, so here you can see it's from 0 to pi. Right? And then we have this fraction, which is sine x on e to the x. How we can write it would be / frac. Remember, the first bracket is what's on the numerator, so sine of x. Right. And then for the bottom one, it would be e to the x. Right. Compile. Like this. The x and then dx. Which would equal to, look at here, it's a fraction of a half times this. Right? So what we have to do with for the big fraction, for the big brackets, we have to use / left bracket, and then we write the fraction, which will be 1 on 2, and then the right bracket. Then we can use the smaller bracket for the next one, which is 1 plus e to the -pi. And just write it as 1 plus e to the -pi. Right? So look at this, which is what we want here. Okay. So next part, is another sum. Let's make a new paragraph. Center this. How we write the sum, if we remember, it will be sum, and then from what we want on top, use the caps, and what we want from the bottom is this underscore x equals to 1. Right? So if we look here, it'll be like this. And then next part, we want a square brackets with the with x squared times x plus 1. We'll just do x squared times x plus 1. Right? It will equal to whatever, which wouldn't be important. Okay. And that would be how you write. You can probably write most of what you need in calculus for this one. Yeah. And then next part would be algebra, which I'll pass to you.
All right, now we're on the second last part, which is linear algebra. So before I copy all of this down, we have to first, figure out how are we going to write matrices, vectors, and etc. So the way we write vectors is we're going to use the matrix function. So here, I'm going to be in math mode, and I'll write /begin p matrix. And what that does is it makes parentheses. That's what the P in P matrix stands for. So to write a row vector, I'm going to write my entries, but we're going to separate them with an AND symbol. So 1 and 2 and 3. So you can see that makes a row vector with entries 1, 2, 3. Now if I want to make a column vector, I'll do the same thing, /begin P matrix, but instead of separating them with ANDs, I'm going to separate them with 2 backwards slashes. So you can see the first one is a row vector separated by ANDs, and the second is a column vector separated by the double backslashes. Also, another shortcut you guys can use is instead of pressing recompile every single time, you can press Command Enter or Control Enter, and that automatically recompiles your document as well. So now how do I write an n by n matrix then? We're going to do /begin P matrix, and we're going to be writing them row by row. So 1, 2, 3, and now to jump to Now to jump to the second row, we backslash twice, and we write 4, 5, and 6. Backslash 7, 8, 9. All right. All right, and now we have our 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, now to write our bold A and our OA with a vector arrow on top, we're going to using /mathbf with an A, and that gives our bold A. And to write over right arrow, it's just simply over right arrow, and that gives us OA. All right, do you guys have any questions? All right, if not, let's move on. So now let's copy this. So we have A is equal to, so we have A is equal to /begin P matrix 1 and 2 and 3. B is equal to -1, 1, 2. B is equal to -1, 1, 2. And C is equal to 2, 1, 4. All right. Bye-bye. Now we're gonna let /mathbf A is equal to /over right arrow OA slash mathbfb is equal to slash over right arrow ob and slash mathbfc is equal to slash over right arrow oc. Oops. Alright, now that we have our details, I'm going to start with slash begin align, so I can write in the middle. Now if I just write volume normally, it writes volume in the math font. So I'm going to use slash text volume and equals. Then we have slash mathbfa slash times slash mathbfb slash c dot slash mathbfc. Alright. And to progress to a new line, I'm going to use double backslash and equals. Alright, now we're going to input our vectors in. So slash begin p matrix 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Slash times slash begin p matrix minus 1, 1, 2, and slash c dot slash begin p matrix 2, 1, 4. And we finish it off with that bar at the end. But the bars are too small, so I'm going to use slash right and slash left to make them the appropriate size. I want to go to a new line, so I'll double backslash and equals, and the answer is 9. Slash tag by evaluation. I spelled evaluation wrong. There we go. Welcome.
Where did like the population go?
Alright, now we have 2 more exercises to recreate. So suppose slash mathbfr slash in slash mathbbr cubed. So it's in r cubed. Then we can write, so double dollar sign to be centered in the middle, slash mathbfr is equal to slash begin p matrix a underscore 1, a underscore 2, a underscore 3, slash times slash begin p matrix b underscore 1, b underscore 2, b underscore 3. And then text for sum a I b bj in R. So ai bj slash in math bb r. Alright, I'm going to do a slash new page to go to the new page. Now we have suppose slash mathbfa slash mathbfb is in slash mathbbr cubed. Then we can write, so to write projection, what we need to do, slash operator name project slash b of a to mean the projection of a along b. Alright, on to the last section, importing images. So the main way to import images is we're going to be using the /include graphics command here. So the first thing you have to do to import images is you have to upload the image that you want by pressing this upload button here. And once you upload it, say you uploaded this PNG called mupi.png, you would use the /include graphics function and then put your PNG into it as well. In your square brackets, this is where you control how big you want your image to be. All right, and that concludes the end of the LaTeX seminar. Thank you for coming.
Good boy.
Is this stop recording?
I'll send this in the chat.